This is NBA Jam.
Williams with a triple. Jason Williams from downtown. Weber! Oh, boy! Through the pass from Williams. Great look by Williams. Weber will get it back. Looks the mail at home. Thank you very much. Jason Williams eyes up Weber. Alley-oop coming. Gap. Oh, you didn't like that. You don't like NBA basketball.
Questions? Didn't think so.
From the ESPN studios in Los Angeles, here's Gary Miller.
Hi again, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Up Close. Last year, they were the darlings of the NBA postseason by taking Utah to 5 games in the Western Conference playoffs. Sacramento established themselves as one of the best young teams in the league, and 2 of the hottest young players from the Kings are here with us today. We're very pleased to welcome in Chris Weber, a regular to the show, and Jason Williams for the first time on the show. And he's wearing 84 of Randy Moss, which is one of the most popular jerseys in the NFL. But your number 55 is the hottest selling jersey in the NBA. Is that surprising to you?
It is really surprising because it's always been my dream just to play in the league. But, you know, I give credit to my teammates and especially my man here. You know, without him, I don't think I'd be here sitting here today.
When you see that, the first time you saw people in the crowd wearing your jersey, and now there's a lot of them. I mean, Sean Puffy Combs wears your jersey. What does that feel like? I
mean, it feels good, but, you know, at the same time, it really doesn't. I mean, I don't really want to think about it because that's just, you know, I just want to play ball and have fun that way.
You have a lot of fun. When you guys see there and you saw the Open and you see the flash going on, what's it like to sit here and watch yourselves? Is it almost like an out-of-body experience? You don't really remember what that felt like when you're flying down the floor?
Yeah, exactly. You really don't remember. You know, like some of the passes, I don't even know if he can really remember. And, you know, just the different plays, so it's kind of funny looking back and seeing it, because usually most of it's just straight on emotion.
What changes have you seen in Jason from the first year when he broke into the NBA and everyone was surprised by what was going on to this year when now there's some expectations involved?
I really haven't seen any change except maybe him just doing what he used to do better, or just everything that people said that maybe he couldn't do, we would laugh, and sometimes we read a magazine and see what they, you know, said about us, this and that, and really him just come out and just work hard and try to prove everybody wrong. But you know, I don't think he plays for anybody but himself, and you can see that, you know, the way he plays with his team. So, you know, it's a great player to play with.
What's different for you? How is it different this time around?
I don't really think it's different, you know, really, because I'm still trying to do the same thing, and it's harder this year, it seems like, you know, especially the Western Conference, you know, and we got to, point guards got to, you know, buckle down every night, but, you know, that's what I like about it.
You started the season in Japan, playing against Kevin Garnett and the Timberwolves. What was that like to be over there in that atmosphere?
I mean, Japan's Japan. It's not America. But, you know, I mean, it's an experience I think everybody might want to do once in their life. But, you know, I've been there. I don't know if I'm going to go back, though.
Do they have McNuggets over there?
They got McNuggets, but it's different. They come in 5 and 16s, not 6 and 9.
So they threw you off a little bit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have swept both games, right?
Yeah.
What was the biggest ordeal for you making that trip? Which every year the NBA does this, and it's been hugely popular. 34,000 people in the Tokyo Dome. What impression do you get from that? Which I understand you want that to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience, too.
Yeah, it was fun. The getting there was the toughest part, just the long plane ride. But it was fun. We got to meet a sumo wrestler over there, and so that was fun. I thought they were just fat, but he was cocked, his arm, you know, it was muscular. So it was good to see some of the tradition and that type of thing. But, you know, it's in the NBA season, it's something that you really don't want to do that much, because 82 games, that's a lot of games to play.
How is it for, now you guys have charters and stuff, but I know how horrible it is, especially in coach, for a person who's just 6'2", to ride on a cross-country plane flight. What's it like for a guy 6'10"?
Well, you know, it could be difficult, leg cramps and things like that. But, you know, just like any business person, anybody that travels a lot, you know, you just get tired of the wear and tear and, you know, being on the road. But, you know, it's great being in the NBA. And plus, you know, sometimes you like playing on the road more at home. I mean, more than at home sometimes anyway. So
what is that?
Because really you're not expected to do well on the road. So it's kind of like when you get booed, when people, you know, holler against you, it kind of, you know, makes you feel like, hey, you know, I have no pressure. There's nothing. Let's just go have fun. So sometimes it's easier to play on the road.
But do you feel that way?
I mean, sometimes I wish every game was on the road. You know, like I wish every person in the crowd sometimes was just against me, want to see me do bad. Sometimes I like playing in them circumstances.
But you're a guy who, you know, most people, like a Gary Payton, the guy you play against, crowds hate him. Scottie Pippen gets that experience just this week when he went back to Houston. You're a guy that the opponents, fans, love. You don't get a lot of grief, do you?
Well, yeah, I do. I get my grief, you know. Just you guys don't see or hear that part, but, you know, I mean, I get a lot of respect, too, but, you know, I think a lot comes from these guys, you know. They're on the other end of these passes or whatever, you know, catching and finishing.
You ever hit him in the head?
I've never hit him.
Him? Who have you hit?
I think I've hit Vlade a couple times.
I think he broke Vlade's nose, man.
So it takes a little getting used to. How long did it take to get used to this? And they're coming from all angles. I mean, you're used to a guy setting you up, and you know where it's coming from. This guy, you never know when the ball's going to come.
Yeah,
right?
I think you mess up when you try to anticipate what he's going to do. The best way to play with him is just get your feet ready. At any time, just get your feet ready so you don't travel, because you don't know what he's going to do. A lot of times, he messes me up because he'll fake the pass at me, then fake the shot, and then come right back with the pass. So you just really got to just expect the unexpected when you play with him.
How much energy, extra energy, by having a guy like that be the floor leader and the flash and the way it lifts the crowd up, does that give to the entire team?
Oh, man, it's great. You know, a lot of times when we're not scoring and we're not doing well, it's just like Jay will, you know, take over, do your thing, and just watching him go and play his game and keeping the team in a rhythm, and him still scoring and then keeping the team in the rhythm, you know, it's just great to play with. So he gives us a lot of excitement, you know. He's a big part of the success here in Sacramento.
You know, we look on the face of it, and you guys are very good friends, and we say, well, what do they have in common? I mean, what is the bond between you two guys?
You know, I really don't know. I just think in our spare time, we really like to do the same things, and let's really not just stay at home and, you know, stay away from a lot of people and a lot of things.
What is it you have in common?
Football, and,
yeah?
You know, sports, and just everything everybody else does. Dress, clothes, you know. I really don't go shopping with too many guys because they probably don't like my style, so... You know, just a lot of things, just everyday things. That same reason why you have friends in school, probably.
Who's a bigger influence on who? He's the vet.
I would say, you know, he probably is on, you know, because he's been through it more than me. You know, he's been in the league a lot more than I have, and you know, he's just older. That's the way it goes.
What's the one thing you've seen him adapt from you, though?
He still likes Michigan. He better become a Gator fan. That's what I'm trying to get him to do.
Well, we also see you're going to be a Viking fan at all?
He used to be a Detroit fan. I don't know if he's a Detroit fan no more. I don't know.
I'm boycotting the Lions because Barry retired, and we're doing good this year, so that hurts. But, you know, I'm a Tim Couch fan, Cleveland Browns. That's all right. They're going to score. They're going to score 3 touchdowns in the game this year. But, no, really, we're just sports fans, so, you know, really anything. We'll make a wager, not a wager, but, you know, sometimes a wager on swimming. It doesn't matter. Just competitive and, you know, just like the same types of things.
Well, I mentioned the Vikings because he's wearing the Randy Moss jersey, and they're closely associated from their West Virginia days. And you may have seen them on one of your favorite shows. When we come back, we'll talk about that West Virginia connection with number 84 of the Vikings and that famous commercial that's getting a lot of play as we continue Up Close. Welcome back to Up Close as we continue with Jason Williams and Chris Webber of the Sacramento Kings. And Chris, we showed in the open, you've done your share of TV stuff in the past. But Jason, and you don't speak on the commercial, but you and Randy Moss, whose jersey you're wearing from his Viking days, but you go way back to your high school days at DuPont High, and now Nike's making a pretty big deal out of this with a great campaign. Let's take a look at the ad a little bit and then get some of your comments on it.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.
Now, we see some of you at DuPont High, and these are great highlights here. This makes it look like Moss could play in the NBA, but those little kids aren't even you?
No, they're not us. I really don't know who they are. I don't have any idea.
Do you like the ad?
I mean, it's good. You know, I think it fits us. You know, the theme and where we're from and everything, and you know.
How many parallels do you see between yourself and Randy? You know, the doubt.